Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Isa if you're new here, and if you're new here, welcome back to another video. As you can see from the title of this video, today's video is something that I've never done in my channel before. Something that's very different. This is like a life update, kind of vulnerable sit with me. I'm going to be talking about a lot of things that have been going on in my life that I kind of want to share with you guys. I posted something on my Instagram and many people related, and I asked if you guys wanted a video, so here we are. So before we get on with this video, I wish that you guys are respectful and mindful of the things that I have to say, and I hope that I get a lot of positive feedback from this video and no one's like negative about it. I also have a special guest here. Lola's here and she's being a little troublemaker. She's supposed to be my moral support, so I have her on the side here, so if you guys see her pop in or pop out, she's here. And I did make a little bit of a list to, like, you know, kind of guide myself through what I want to say, kind of be organized about it. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get real disorganized, but it's okay. Hopefully we don't cry, because I don't do that crying on camera stuff, okay? So if I cry, it's cut, and then when I'm good, I come back. All right, so I'm gonna start with talking about my January. It was obviously, January was the first month of 2022. I'm pretty sure a lot of people can relate as to January was a very tough month for a lot of people, and obviously, like, you know, it's New Year's and a lot of people start feeling like they're not doing enough, like they're not you know, and I saw a lot of people post about it, like, oh, January was just a shitty month for all of us. So for me, it was a very shitty month. I feel like during the month of January, I was feeling a lot of things. Like, I was feeling a lot of emotions that were just not nice. Like, I was feeling like I wasn't enough. I was feeling like I wasn't doing enough. I feel like I was not productive, and I feel like my head was just like beating itself up. Like, my brain was just like fighting itself. My body was just like, nope, like, dysfunctional, we're not doing this. I felt tired like every single day. January was the month that I've missed the most school out of all months, so that's how you know that I was struggling. So yeah, my brain was just not doing very well mentally, and my body was just not doing well physically. I feel like I wasn't eating either. You see how you're supposed to be eating 3 times a day? Yeah, I was eating like once a day. That's how you know. And at some point I noticed that I really wasn't doing good, and that I needed to get my shit together. That's what was going on with me for January 1st. But there was also a few other things that were going on. I need water. My throat is so dry. You guys don't know how many times I had to remake that intro because... So also a few things that were going on before January, and then during January, I was like really stressed out. Like, I was stressed out about everything. When I mean about everything, I mean it. Like, I was stressed out about school, college, my home stuff, my personal life, my self-care, Lola. Like, I was stressed out about every single little thing. Stressed about my YouTube, my couples YouTube, just everything. That wasn't helping out the situation either. And then before January, I started having panic attacks, something that has never ever happened to me before. I've never really experienced panic attacks like that, and then I started having them out of nowhere because I feel like I was so stressed and I had so much going on in my life. And I started having panic attacks, and the first place I had one was in school. So it was bad because like nobody knew like what was going on. Like, no one could tell, so I was like going through it by myself. Like, none of my friends were there, and I was like super confused as to what was going on with my body, and like why I couldn't breathe, and why I was shaking, sweating, just everything at the same time hitting me. So I was struggling. I was also dealing with past traumas that I have had, like, in the past, as a baby, as a child, as a teen. So I was struggling with that as well. Like, that was also stressing me out. I had no one to talk to about it, and usually the only person that I had to talk to was my boyfriend, and he was like that one person that I did not want to talk about, you know, about how I felt. So it was just like I had nobody else. So that was also a struggle. Like, I had so much going on and I had no one to talk to. That was that. I was struggling alone because my brain was like, you have no one. I had college going on as well, and this is something else. Like, for some reason I was having a lot of trouble applying to all my stuff, like my aid, my financial aid, and my other stuff, my top stuff. Like, I was having a lot of trouble applying to that because I just had no motivation to. So like, I couldn't do anything. Applying to colleges was also a problem for me for a while, but then, you know, when I started to like time's running out, girl, get your shit together, I started to apply to stuff. And I did get into a few colleges, which is something happy that we could talk about in this video. So I've had a lot of teachers who went to Hunter College, so I ended up applying to Hunter College and a few other like CUNY colleges. So I got into Hunter College, Lehman College, and just BBC or something, I don't know. But I don't care at all about all the other colleges, because I decided that I'm going to Hunter College for a nursing degree. And I'm also a little bit stressed about that right now, because I learned that you need to like do a whole bunch of science courses. I love science, but it's not guaranteed after you take those courses if you'll get into the nursing program. So I'm just like, yeah, that was what was going on with college. I got into Hunter. Woo! I'm so happy. I am excited about what is to come for college and for my career and stuff like that, but I'm also kind of nervous about it. Going to talk about February and how that month was for me. So Lola, now I'm going to talk about February and how February was for me. I feel like January and February was also like just two shitty, horrible months. So how did I start February? February, I feel like I started it and it was like good. I was finally getting off that like hole of sadness and like depression and like the attacks and like my stress. I was finally like getting out of that for, I feel like, the first 2 weeks of February, or maybe less. I was going to school and I wasn't like super crazy tired. My body wasn't tired, my brain wasn't beating itself up. I was like doing okay, like, you know, mentally and physically I was okay, you know, until something happened in February. I was in the hospital. Pretty sure if you follow me on Instagram, you kind of saw me like, you know, say, hey, I'm in the hospital, I can't, whatever. So I was in the hospital in February. I'm not going to be talking about too much of what happened because I feel like that's something that I want to keep private until I'm fully ready to talk about it. So yeah, I was in the hospital. Look at her, look at me. Are you feeling the sadness, girl? This was an event that kind of took a toll on me, like a lot later on. Like, it didn't affect me right away. I feel like I took at least like a day and a weekend off of just life and school. I did miss like 2 days of school and like a weekend, so that's the time I took off to kind of process what had happened. Just went back to regular life. Like, I went back to school, I went back to like editing the videos that I did have pre-filmed and trying to post them. I went back to kind of posting a little bit on TikTok and just went back to regular life. The biggest thing that took the biggest toll on me was not taking the time to process everything, which I didn't do. So I feel like a week later it kind of hit me like, whoa, shoot, you know, like, ah. So yeah, I feel like my feelings were like super all over the place. Like, I didn't know what to feel. So I feel like that was also like a big issue of mine. So I was going through that as well, and I was just trying to figure out, like, you know, life at this point. Like, I was going through it. I feel like January was a really hard month for me, but I feel like that time in February, because of that event, life just like took a whole turn on me, took a whole spin, and I just didn't know what to do, you know, with anything. I was just struggling, to say the least, you know. I was struggling mentally. Like, my mental health was like not good at all, but I was putting up a smile to portray that I was fine, because that's all I could do. I don't like really explaining myself and what like is going on with me. Like, I don't like doing that, so I tend to keep things to myself and just act like everything is fine. That's like a really bad trait. But here she is giving moral support now, aren't you? For a good 2 weeks I was trying to just you know, figure out what I was feeling and how I was feeling, and just trying to think about like the things that I could do to better myself, like make myself feel better, and stuff like that. Even though like for those 2 whole weeks I had no motivation to do anything, like nothing, and that was also like killing me because I had no motivation to do nothing and I needed to get things done. Kind of jumping back to like my regular productive life was like super hard. I'm not even gonna lie to you, like that was like took everything out of me to try to come back and come back better, you know. So I wasn't feeling pretty, I wasn't feeling myself, like I wasn't feeling like, you know, I just wasn't feeling like it. I was taking no time for myself. This is how you know that I was not taking care of myself. I hadn't gotten my nails done in so freaking long, and I always have my nails done, okay? And then my eyebrows, I hadn't gotten them done in like 2 months. I just got them done today. So that's how you know. And I low-key I'm trying to get back into that. Like tomorrow I'm gonna make a nail appointment because it's very much needed. But like I was not doing any self-care, and I feel like that also was kind of bringing me down, of me not feeling pretty, not feeling like myself. Like, girl, you might have seen me posting on Instagram, but that's not how I was feeling. Like I would have took like 50 videos just to post that one video that I was like, okay, I don't look that bad. So when it's nice weather and I'm feeling pretty and I'm feeling nice, that's a good combination. I'm feeling happy, and that's something like, that's a big goal of mine, to be happy, to have happiness in my life, to have peace. And those 2 months, just no. I think it said don't dwell on it for more than 5 minutes, because it's not gonna matter 5 years from now. If something's bothering me, I'm not gonna dwell on it more than 5 minutes, because it's not gonna matter for 5 years from now. That's one thing that I've been doing to better my situation. So I guess I'm gonna jump into like giving some tips now. Lola has been a super big help for me. Besides her being very annoying, emotional support too. Like she just makes me smile, she makes me happy when I'm not, and it's very helpful. My boyfriend has also been a big help. He's been taking me out more often. Like we've been going out more often. We have like this daily date week. We either go like on Wednesdays or Fridays. We go out like on a little date, you know, after school. We do that, and then he'll pick me up sometimes and buy me food and stuff like that. I love food, so food makes me happy. But he's also been a huge help in just distracting me from life right now, and just he's been there through the whole thing, like through the whole event. He was there for me, and he was also going through his personal stuff. So it was just amazing at the fact that he was dealing with his own stuff, but also like dealing with me at the same time. So I love him for that. He's just freaking amazing. I also have been journaling and reading a lot more. My teacher, which she is so sweet, she got me these cards of like growth and like just reflection cards that you can like write as a prompt. So I've been using those, which is amazing. She's like the freaking sweetest ever. And I also got these other cards from Five Below that you just pull in every morning and just read and reflect on it. So I've been doing that, and I also been reading. I got a whole bunch of new books. I'm reading right now Atomic Habits, which I'm also taking my time to read so I can like, you know, take up all that information. And that book has also been changing like the way I think and the way I do things, so thanks to that as well. I've been drinking a lot of water. I have this issue where I don't drink a lot of water, and it makes me very dehydrated. It makes me break out, makes me like a lot of things. I got this like gallon of like water, and I take it to school like every day, and I make sure that I drink the whole thing before I get home. I've also made a whole bunch of appointments that I've been meaning to make for like months now, which is also kind of something that relieves my stress a little, because there are things that I need to get done. So I booked an appointment to go to my doctor, and from there I got started with booking everything else, because my doctor kind of helped me to book everything. I booked an appointment for like my skin flyoverty. I don't fucking know. You know, I don't even know how to say the name, but it's for like for them to check out your skin, because I broke out throughout those 2 months. I broke out really bad, like horrible. Like I had like a really bad reaction. I still do, but I got makeup on so you can't see it. That was also like one of the big reasons as to why I felt so ugly and I didn't feel pretty. So I was like, I need to fix that. So I went to my doctor and I did that. I also made an appointment to finally get my retainers back. If you guys know, Mo lost my retainers back in freaking August. He lost them on the plane and I still hadn't made an appointment for that, so I finally did, and I have to pay $500 to get them. And I also made an appointment for therapy, which is amazing. I take therapy in my school. Like I talked to someone in my school and I started doing that. I've been doing that since like before COVID, but we started taking it more serious like this year, and she has been super busy with other students having their own issues. And I mean, I have issues too, everybody got issues, but she's been super busy, so I haven't, since I've been missing a little bit of school, there's been days that I missed seeing her, and I feel like it's a huge difference, like the weeks that I don't get to talk to her. So we decided it was a good idea if I found someone like outside of school. I feel like those were the things that I've done to like just get my life together. I also started going to the gym. Period. Y'all girls started going to the gym. If you guys know, I used to work out at home when COVID started, but I stopped doing that. I don't know what happened. I have went twice this week. I didn't go on Friday nor Saturday because my legs were so sore I could barely walk. And yesterday, the only way I got rid of the soreness was by jumping in an icy cold bath, which I wanted to freaking die because it was so cold. But yeah, so I joined the gym, period. Woo to me, because who would have thought? I already did have senior dinner and graduation pictures, which I'm retaking again because they came out so ugly. Like, they're so ugly. I have to retake them again. If I don't retake them, I'm not, no. I used to be a waiter, and that's very freaking stressful. If you know, you know. That's the update on my life. We did cry a little bit. Just a little tiny bit, but that's okay. I just feel a lot more at peace and more happier than I've been feeling for a while, so I'm very grateful for that. I hope you guys respect my privacy. I'm opening up a lot about a lot of things, but there's certain things I'm not giving details about, so I hope you guys are like respectful of that. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Do you want to say bye? Bye.